Alright, so in this next video I'm going to show you guys how to use comments to make notes on your program so that you know what you have just done, as well as to set goals and things like that, even if you don't exactly know what the code is going to be for those different commands that you want to give it. So here I have just basically started a new program, and I am going to hit this comment box up here. That will start a new little box that I can size and make different shapes and stuff. And so I'm going to say if I want to do one of the missions in the arena this year, where it's going to go and hit the earthquake simulator. So like my ultimate goal over here is to hit the earthquake simulator, then come home. So I'm going to say hit the simulator as one of the parts of it, and then going to have another one at the end also that says to come home. So that's kind of what I want to happen at the very end. So come to home base. So by the end it should be coming back after it hits the simulator. So to get there, I'm going to think about what steps I'm going to need to take from home base to even get to the simulator. We're going to do this one just as a purely motor-based thing with no sensors or anything like that. So let's say I start at the base and I need it to first go forward, and I'm going to just estimate how many inches from base I want to go forward, and let's just say 5 inches or something. And I'm going north, so go forward in the north direction. And then next, now I need it to turn to the right so that it can start to go east. I'm going to say turn right. Another one. Let's have this one go east or forward. So I'm going to say go forward, and this will be in parentheses east for, I don't know, this looks like, I don't know, I'm just going to guesstimate right now, 4 feet. I can change this later. And then I will have it now need to turn 90 degrees left so that it faces north. And then it needs to hit the simulator. So this will be kind of a go forward kind of command. And then I want it to kind of reverse everything and come back. So here I've planned out what I'm going to do, and then now I can go and think about the code that I'm going to need to put in there. So I can start it off with just going forward, and I'll put the tank move, and so, I don't know, maybe this will be 2 rotations, and so this is the first one, going forth about 5 inches. I don't know if this is correct right now, but we'll test it out later. And then I can go and do turn to the right. I'm going to do a tank move, just so it turns directly that way, and then I'm going to mess with the motors and stuff. And so if I want this one to go to the right, I'm going to make the right wheel go backwards. I don't really know how many rotations this is right now, so I'm just going to guess it's 2. I'm probably going to have to change that. Maybe it's like 1.5, I don't know. Then I can go forward. Oops. And this is going to go for 4 feet. That's going to be probably a lot of rotations. I don't know. I'm just going to guess here. And so I'm setting it all up, and with that, I'm going to know that each of these is supposed to be one part of my whole sequence of steps that it will take me to get to hitting the earthquake simulator and then coming back. And so a lot of this is going to take some tweaking, and so I can always just detach these and test it first, and then see if just the first steps work, and then I can slowly add on as I go forward, and I know exactly what I'm trying to do once I get there. Now another thing you can do is you can take an existing project, say you've learned something in a tutorial and you want to start to build on it, but you kind of forgot exactly what each step does, or maybe you need to give it to somebody else to program, and they're not going to know what this is all about if you don't have any comments there. So I can start to add some comments to my program, and maybe for this first brick, it's all going to be about this creates a loop to do it infinitely. And then, so that's kind of saying what's happening first. then I maybe want to give a comment to this next inside little section, like what the heck is going on there? So, where's my comment box? What's it do? Okay, I'm confused. Let's try that again. There's one I can click on. I don't know where the other one I can't. Okay, so here, I'm going to say this is called, they call it a switch. But this is sort of, if this happens, if the sensor is greater than that, then it'll do this. If it's not, then it's going to do this. So you see the check mark. And so maybe I want to mark that. So I might not remember. So can't find where these comments are going. Oh, it's going underneath it for some reason. Alright, well you get the idea. So you can use these comments to really let you know what's going on with your code. And that'll make it easier for later when you have other people working on it, and when you come back to it and maybe you've forgotten. Say, you've done this one program for one mission, you're 4 missions away, and you come back and you're like, what the heck did I program here? I don't remember. So the switches, the comments will really help you to understand your own code and help other people to modify and mess with your code as you need to adjust and things like that. So please use the comments. It will be very useful when you are doing your missions and saving them and stuff like that and sharing them.